What is up, everybody? My name is Andrew, and welcome back to the building of the Longboy 3000, or Space Engineer Survival Episode 59, if you will. This episode, we'll be building a little bit more of this ship. Hopefully, by the end of this episode, and I say this every episode, hopefully by the end of this episode, we'll have decks 1 and 2 fully fleshed out, but we'll find out. I did a little bit of off-camera work, just a little bit, not too much, working out how I want the front of the ship to go with regards to pressurization and getting up to the top deck, and this is what I ended up with. So we had this little stairwell coming out right here that we weren't really doing much with, but now what it does is it goes to a little double door right here, and then it continues up to the main deck, or the top deck, which would be right here. We also have our other one, which goes down this way. It also has a little double pressurization thing going on there, and then it comes down to where our cockpit would be and our other thing. Now you'll notice over here I changed up a little bit. Where we used to have like a passageway this way, we no longer have a passageway. It's completely gone. I have moved it to right here for this area. And the reason for that was for pressurization. I want to have a double pressurization before I get to the cockpit. So now, wait, no, I have a single. Hang on, why did I move it? Okay, I don't fully remember why I moved it, but I ended up moving it off camera because I thought it was a good idea. But anyway, we now have a pressurization right here. Then you can go to the right, which would go to our lounge, which is now a little bit larger. I gave it a little bit more space. Or you could go to the left, which would go to our cockpit area, where there's another pressurization door right there. If you go straight, that will also go to our cockpit area. It's just a redundant area, which has another pressurization door right there. So yeah, a couple redundancies there. And then if you go to the right, this way you can still get to the lounge that way as well. So, oh, also I added a stairwell up from the lounge if you need to get to the top deck. It just goes to the same little pressurization room that the other side goes to. We'll call this the mud room. It's basically a little mud room, you know? You get in from the outside of the ship, you take off your shoes, you take off your jacket, or in that case, the spacesuit, and you go on over to wherever you need to go. But anyway, that's what I did off camera. This episode, I'd like to focus on getting this entire area built out. Most of it's done. We just need to weld up some things and get the pressurization working. I want to get the pressurization for this room, which means welding up all these blocks. And then I want to figure out how we could pressurize this room as well. So hopefully by the end of this entire thing will be enclosed. That's my goal. Will it happen? We'll find out. But anyway, let's get started. I think what we might start with, something really easy. Let's start with welding with the welding ship. Let's grab a bunch of components for these guys, which are just going to be steel plates, interior plates, motors, small steel tubes, construction components, and we'll get all this stuff welded. And then we can get the top put on here, which I think will be a good thing. That's not an actual reaver, by the way. That's just like in the ground because it crashed last episode. But anyway, yeah, let's get in here and get this thing going. Okay, we've got everything we need inside here, but as I was putting things in there, we had a reaver come join us. I heard the beep, 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 beep of the reaver, so let's hang out and see how that goes. Doesn't look like a big one, just an invader. It's probably not gonna survive that long. How come they only ever attack when there's a storm going on? It's a tiny little thing, that guy. It looks like it's maybe making a bit of a nosedive there. Or maybe it's lost like something that controls something, I don't know. No, it's definitely going into the ground. There it goes. A meteor. Right down into the ground. Okay, thank you. That is how I want to deal with reavers whenever they arrive. Okay, let's get our welder out and let's start welding this thing. Of course, it's a storm going on, but that's fine. It does happen every now and then. Okay, did we get everything we need for this? Let's find out. We'll start with this stuff. What are these blocks under me? Are these just... Oh, I need to work out how I want these to work too, because I've got these ways up right here, but I don't think they don't have any door or anything pressurizing them. So I could put a little pressurization station on each of these as well. Maybe that wouldn't be a bad idea. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's park this thing and let's work that out before we go any further, because I would like to have that sorted before I start welding things around it. So usually what I end up doing is a little pressurization station for these guys, which means grab you. Put like a door. I'll put like 2 doors here or something. Okay, I'm gonna rework how I do this actually. So remove these. We are just gonna go straight up like we did before. And then we're gonna have like a top building or something, like a tiny little room that these are both gonna go into. So these will be enclosed, and then you'll basically have, I'm gonna remove this because I'm gonna put something different here. You'll basically have your double door right there, and then you'll go out onto the main deck like so. And you'll have that on that side too, so it'll kind of mirror, and that'll kind of work with the top part of the ship. Actually, that that would work quite fine because we have it set up like this. So it makes sense for it to kind of come up right there. It might look actually pretty good. Then this would allow it to go up. Yeah, okay, I like this. I like how it's going. I think this is gonna look good. So let's continue just welding up indiscriminately, and we'll get this thing working. All right, this is actually going pretty smoothly. I think we're gonna have to go on an iron expedition at some point because we did look like we were out of iron or something because everything has stalled production. And I think the only thing that affects everything in there is iron. So yeah, we might have to go on a quick iron expedition at some point. But until then, we have we actually have quite a few steel plates. What we're running out of is the metal grids. Okay, this is looking good. Let's get these little beams that I had going here. And I might even add more. I don't know. I see skies of red, blue roses too. Actually, I don't see any sky right now. I see skies of brown. All right, we're looking pretty good. Okay, so we now have those beams. These two closest ones are heavy armor, which is nice. I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm not gonna make the other ones heavy armor, I don't think. But this looks pretty good. So now what we can do is we can fit this with some heavy armor. So the way this is gonna work, this kind of comes out like this way. It's gonna continue on this block all the way up until probably like, well, it'll probably go until maybe there. Okay, so same thing on the other side to about there. We're gonna go all the way down this way with the heavy armor. Okay, and then what I think we might do, actually no, we'll continue the heavy armor on the block next to it as well. Yes, perfect. And the block next to it over here. Perfect. All right, and then from there, pretty much we're just gonna fill this entire thing in with heavy armor, which is gonna be a lot of heavy armor, but it is going to be fine. We need a lot of heavy armor to defend us from reavers and stuff like that. Okay. Oh, here's one we missed right here. Place that in. And there we go. We've got a good thing going here, I think. Let's get the ship in and start welding a little bit of this. How much of it will we be able to get through? Probably not that much because we don't have very many steel plates. Well, we have a lot of steel plates. We just don't have very many of these guys, metal grids. So 7,000 steel plates, 2,000 metal grids. Maybe we'll be able to get through one line of this. I don't know. We'll start with these blocks right here, and we'll do a line of 4. Finally, the storm has stopped, by the way. That thing was going on for ages. Last time we had a storm, it ended like right when the reavers died, which was kind of cool. Ember crew. Okay, so the Ember crews that fly over us keep getting freaked out because we have that little reaver chilling. So, yeah. I think that's why we don't see their signals. They're turning off their little radio signals and flying around silently, which is kind of cool. Okay, how are we doing? It's looking like we are out of metal grids. Did all these guys get welded without metal grids? Okay, some of them did. That's fine. Anyway, that's what it looks like now. What does it look like from under here? Ooh, very spooky, very dark and spooky. We're gonna have to add lights. We'll have to remember to add those. Okay, so we need to go back to the base. We need to get our little mining ship, and we probably need to go mine some iron. All right, what is actually our limitation here? Is it iron? Yes, it is iron. We have nickel, we have silicon, we have everything else that we need. It's just gonna be iron, so we're gonna have to go grab some. Let's refill our stuff before we do, and then we'll head on out on an iron expedition. Okay, we've got the mining ship right here, and let's go grab some iron. We're gonna go out this way, take a right, and our iron should be somewhere off in that direction over there, near where the reaver is actually, kind of over it. Maybe we can like turn it off so that the poor embers don't freak out every time they fly by. I'll park my ship on this little hill here. I don't know if there are weapons on that thing, but I don't want my ship to get shot if there are. So let's park that right there. Go check out this reaver. Okay, this is the one we downed earlier, so there's not actually any weapons or anything on this. Let's just turn off this. There we go. Now it should be fine. In fact, you know what, while I'm here, maybe I'll grab a little bit of, well, maybe grab a little treat. A little couple materials. There we go, that's all I need. Okay. And where do we park? There we go. Up, 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 up. I don't remember where our iron is. I don't know if it's this one or if it's like one over there. Actually, I think it was one over here. This one looks more familiar. We need more side thrusters. Good lord, what the heck? Where are my side thrusters? There she is, the beautiful iron. Let's grab as much as we can with this guy. I think last time we went on an iron expedition, we came back with like quite a bit. 500,000 weight, maybe. Okay, I've been mining for a couple minutes. Let's do a quick check, see where we're at here. Looks like 244,000, not bad. Let's keep going, because I want to get maybe 500,000 if I can. That would be a nice number. All right, a few more minutes in, quick check. Let's see, 420, oh, plus 60. We're almost at 500,000. Okay, let's keep going. A little bit more. We have 500,000 kilograms of weight on our ship, so that's a good milestone. Did we come back with 600,000 last time? I don't remember, but I remember looking at the at how much smelted iron we had, and it was like 1.2 million, something like that. It was a lot. So I don't know how we got that much. Maybe we did 2 trips. We have 650,000 kilograms of weight on our ship, which we're probably starting to hit the point where it's going to be a little bit too heavy. So maybe I should stop mining, but I just can't stop hitting this button. The button is clicked and I can't unclick. We keep going, at least until we get through this bit. Yes, okay, we're good. All right, I want to do a check to see how much we have here. 420,000 and then 225. That is going to be 645,000, which is a lot. As like maybe not record breaking. I don't know exactly what our record is, but it's up there. It's definitely up there. Probably so much that we can't, like, we have trouble going left to right, but we probably can't go straight up this. Yeah, so we need to go at an angle and use our space bar to use our bottom facing thrusters to get up this, which is fine. It's a good feeling. Coming out like this is like it's like the soreness after you exercise. Like it's painful a little bit, but it's a good sign. It is a good sign that you're doing something right. Okay, let's head on over to the base. Can I just say the ship on top of the base is absolutely massive. I thought I was looking at the base. No, I was just looking at the ship on top of the base. The base is like smaller. I mean, the base is pretty big too, as bases go, but the ship is ginormous. And connect that right there. Turn recharge mode, and we're good. Okay, cool. Okay, we're just gonna do a quick check, make sure this stuff is coming in here. Yep, we have the iron ore going in there. Awesome. And now this stuff should be able to get back online. Once we start getting some iron in here, we should see our production going. Yes, perfect. Okay, so here's one thing I want to do. I want to try removing the ship from the base and giving it its own landing gears or something. I want to try landing it on the base. So for that, what I think we're going to do is we're going to grab some normal landing gear stuff, and we're going to put them, I don't know, right there, right. Maybe we'll put one in the, well, I mean, the ship is so massive, it's going to be really hard to land it, really, won't it? So we'll go landing gear there, and then landing gear, I don't know, here. We're going to remove, I think, honestly, I can just remove these right now because it'll fall right there, and that should be fine. Is it a little risky? Maybe, because if it doesn't fall properly, then, I don't know. But it'll fall properly because I know gravity. Actually, it won't even fall at all. Oh, it'll be a little confused for a second because we disconnected it from the base, but then it's fine. Okay, we are now connected. We're connected via this as well. So what I think I want to do is I want to try to fly this thing a little bit, because we got thrusters that way. We got thrusters out front. Oh no, we don't actually, hang on. We probably need to get these in. There is 1, 2, 3. They're not fully connected yet because I see they're not putting out a flame. So we need to make sure that we get them connected before we try and take off. But we're just gonna do our preliminary takeoff. I did this when I built Big Red initially, way back in the first season of Space Engineer Survival. We did this as well. Just do a preliminary takeoff, make sure this thing can fly. This is how you discover issues with thrust and stuff like that before you have to actually take off for the first time. There we go. Okay, so there's those guys. Now the connection is probably, yeah, it connects right there. That's why it's not working very well. So what I need to do is grab you. I'm gonna need some interior plates for this mission. All right, there we go. Everything's now connected there. So we've got thrust on the front, thrust on the side, thrust on the back. Yes. Thrust on the bottom. No thrust on the top, but it's fine as long as we are in the atmosphere. Although we should figure out where we want to put thrust on the top, because when we're in space, that's going to be a little bit of a tricky situation. All right, there's our control seat right there. Let's build this guy up. We're going to have to go out this way so that we can get to a cargo container. There we go. Had trouble withdrawing the computers, but I think it was lying. I think they are there. We just need to get them. There we go. We have an Ember Monarch transport. Cool. Awesome. Okay, what I want to do is I want to grab my landing gears, set them to not auto lock. There we go. Okay, so let's start this by going into third person to see the entire ship, and oh boy, is it massive. We're going to go ahead and disconnect the connection we have there. Boom. Yep. Okay, and let's press number 7 to unlock. And we'll try and take off. Let me make sure all of our landing gears are unlocked here before we freak out that we're not going anywhere. It's entirely possible our ship is way too heavy to take off. And if that's the case, we'll do a thrust calculator to see. Yeah. Are we a station? Let's make sure we're not. Okay, convert to ship. There we go. We still have trouble taking off, but we can at least move a little bit, which is good. Okay, so we can't take off, but it's probably just barely. Let's go ahead and connect again, and we'll do a quick check. So when I'm disconnected, you can see how heavy our ship is right there. So let's go disconnected mode. And actually, let me get our thrusters real quick so I can group them all up. There we go. Now I can toggle on and off the thrusters. So I'll press 7 to disconnect, then press 6 to turn off the thrusters. So we're just kind of sitting here now, which I'm fine with. But what I can do now is I can grab that number, which is that's like 6.9 million kilograms. And I can see how much thrust that's going to require on Pertam. All right, so looking at the calculator, with the weight that we have on our ship, and I'm going to go ahead and connect these landing gears back up real quick. With the weight our ship is, which is very heavy with all these heavy armor, we need 12 large thrusters. And how many do we have? Let's find out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we need 2 more large thrusters. Whoops. And we'd be able to take off with this thing just fine. Now, can I fit 2 more large thrusters in here? I don't know. But remember I was talking about potentially having a wing? Low. Our fuel's not actually low, it's lying. I was talking about potentially having a wing so that we could fit more thrust or something in there. Maybe we'll have to do that. And if we do have to do that, it wouldn't be too bad, because what I'd probably end up doing is turning this into where the wing thing would go, and then maybe making a second one on the front right here. So we basically have 2 kind of things sticking out with a lot of thrust pointing downward to help us out. So it wouldn't be that bad. It looks like a small hydrogen thruster is about a 6th or a 7th maybe of a large one. So that means if we have these, we need 2 more large thrusters, which means we would need 12 to 14 small thrusters, which honestly, 12 to 14 small thrusters can be placed. But what it also tells me is that after this heavy armor is done, we should probably stop using heavy armor on the ship. So all the top stuff should be minimal heavy armor, so that we don't get too much thrust. Right, okay. Actually, you know what? Maybe we can get away without using a wing or anything like that. If I just come right here and put a T-junction right there, and then grab maybe something like this. We'll get a curved one. Let's turn it the right way. There we go. Curved one like that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to grab a bunch of these guys and do T-junctions all the way down. So T-junction right there, and we'll keep doing that pretty much all the way throughout this thing. And we'll have a bunch of small thrusters down here, all the way up until, honestly, there probably. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And does that correspond with something right here? 6. Well, I wish I could have one more. Maybe we'll do 5. So if we do 5 there, that'd be 10. We can do 10 on that side as well. All right, this is what we're gonna do. Actually, yeah, this is the solution to all of our problems. We're just gonna go all the way down like this with a bunch of T-junctions. All the way down until maybe this block right here. That'll be the last one. And that will be our, that'll be where we put a bunch of thrusters. So we'll have a bunch of small thrusters right here. All right, we've got the groundwork laid, so let's go do it for the other side as well. That's gonna be a lot of thrust. How many is that even? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's just 12 on this side. So 12 on this side, 12 on that side. Just with what we're building here, we should be able to take off. And then we're gonna do more on the front as well. So we should be able to handle future expansion as well, which will be nice. All right, there we go. It's mirrored. So now let's put these up. Right there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nice. And how does that look? Doesn't look that bad. Doesn't look too shabby. Okay, so, well, we could honestly stick some in the middle here too if we wanted to. Do the same thing, kind of bring that out a little bit. I don't think that would look that bad if we did. Poor guy. And then over here, same thing we could do. But let's get these welded up. How many? This is gonna take a lot of trips, isn't it? Maybe this will be better with the welder. So maybe let's hold off on this then. Let's leave these here. Well, next time we bring out the welder, we'll bring some materials because the biggest things are steel plates and metal grids, I think, and large steel tubes. Okay, so at least for now, I think we've solved our weight problems for the ship, and we have future plans to solve them as well right there and right there. Now, I want to try and get the pressurization working a little bit better, because that was our main goal of this episode, to get most of the pressurization of the ship working. Well, I guess our goal was technically to get everything on these floors set up, which is gonna, you know, that's a little difficult, but we could do it. So as far as the pressurization goes for the cockpit, everything should now be set up for this. So if I close you and I close you, we should now have enough to pressurize this room, and we indeed do. So then if I remove this and try this room, we definitely don't have enough to pressurize this one. We still need to get a couple of these blocks welded. So let me grab some steel plates and we'll weld up these guys. Put another one right there. There we go. Now this room should be entirely... Let's get the one behind this real quick before we get that one. There we go. Now this room should be entirely sealed except for this. Now this kind of unseals it a little bit, doesn't it? Because it kind of connects this side to that side without the use of a door. Now, could I solve that? I could remove this and that would solve it, but it doesn't matter that much. Okay, so this room is fully sealed off other than this weapon, which actually, let me see if I can get this weapon welded. It's gonna take a couple trips, but it's not really any trips if I'm just standing here, right? There we go, okay. So that weapon is now also welded. I don't know if that's pressurizable though, so I guess we'll have to find out. But if it's not, it should be fine because we can still build around this. Why are you red? All right, so this pressurization room is the same as this room right here. Which, I mean, I could stick a door here. That would solve the problem, wouldn't it? Just putting a door right there. I don't know, then you have to go through 3 doors if you're coming from the lounge. What if I just don't have an entrance from the lounge? From the lounge, you'd have to go through here. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's just remove the entrance from the lounge. It's kind of out of place anyway. So remove that one, put a block right there instead. We'll weld that up. Some more steel plates. There we go. I guess I'll weld these up as well while I'm here. Here's door number 1 and door number 2. So now if I close these doors, 1, 2, we should now have this room fully pressurizable. That guy, okay, it's not fully pressurizable. Why? It's not here. It's not up here because there's no leak right there. There's no leak. Oh, wait. Let's close you. And let's close you as well. Then let's see. Still not pressurizable. So now I'm wondering if it is actually this this guy right here, this glowing red dude. It could be those too. Is it because this guy is closed? Let's see if that fixes it. Yes, okay, so now it's pressurizable. So were these the problem? Let me undo this. Yeah. Wow, okay, so those are not pressurizable having those there. So, okay, I guess I can work around this. I'll just have these blocked off so you can't go there. But anyway, yeah, this room is now pressurized. Perfect. And this room as well. Ooh, what the heck? It looks amazing. Dang, screenshot worthy even. Kabam. All right, so pressurizable, pressurizable. What about this room right here? No, not quite yet. Okay, so for this one, what do I need to do? I probably need to weld up a bunch of these blocks up here. Thinking about reworking the front here, because I'd rather have our lounge have 5 blocks of glass. And I do think this looks a little weird as it is, so I'm gonna remove some of this stuff and try and rework this just a tiny bit. I don't know why my railgun has a red outline around it, but we're changing up the siding here, and I think it's gonna make it look a little bit better, at least for the front. We're gonna continue this kind of with the design we had going on. Oh, someone a while ago in the comments section, by the way, mentioned that I really should change the color of the interior of the ship, at least because it, the reason it looks so dark is because everything is black. So let's start on that. We'll change the color of the interior of the ship and start working with a different color. Maybe we'll use like a lighter white color here. If I color a lot of this like that. In fact, you know what? Let's do, I almost want to do, yeah, you can see it how quickly it becomes light like that. I almost want to do like a paint all on this thing, and then I'll run through and repaint the outside. Or maybe I should just paint the inside where I want it. So yeah, actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let's paint each room individually as we want it. So this room right here is going to be like a sky blue, I think, is what we're going to go for this one. Like kind of a light pastel sort of blue. And we'll go for like a clean armor look on this one. So this room's going to be kind of, or maybe we'll go for a dark, actually, no, maybe a darker blue would look a little nicer. We'll keep a darker color because this is going to be like a chill room, very, very relaxing. So we'll keep a dark blue color for that. There we go. So this room's kind of painted. I like it. Let's do, I want to actually get these welded up before I do anything else. So 1, 2, we'll grab those. Shouldn't be too difficult since the box is right here. There we go, and there we go. Perfect. Okay, so with this room welded up, let's maybe close it off as well. So we'll get a couple of these blocks in here. Okay, and with that, this room should now be pressurizable. Let's check. So we'll close this. We'll close this as well. And we'll see, yeah, it is pressurizable. In fact, it's also pressurizable with these other rooms. So with that closed, all these pressurized together, which is really nice. I like it. Oh man, whoever commented that was absolutely right. The ship does look a lot brighter with using white as the paint scheme, or like a brighter color. Now maybe it's too bright in this case, so I might have to actually change it up a little bit. I don't know. I'm not a great designer when it comes to painting, but yeah, let me know what you guys think of this of the color schemes. I'll try and figure something out with these walls. Maybe I'll just keep the wall the normal color like that, and then have the blue be like the ground color or something, or the accent color. But anyway, yeah, we now have our lounge pressurized. We have pretty much everything up front pressurized and working fine. The next thing that we need to work on, and I'm not worrying too much about our oxygen here because we keep on opening these doors and it's gonna lose us some oxygen every now and then, which is fine. But anyway, yeah, the next major room we need to work on with pressurization would be this one right here. Trying to figure out how to pressurize this. Now, I'm thinking we're not gonna be able to pressurize this without removing these stairs, because I think this right here is a block that cannot be pressurized. I guess there's a really easy way to find out. Okay, so does this pressurize with everything else? Let's find out. The answer is no. That's kind of what I was worried about, because this block right here, see how it has like a gap and everything? It's not like sealed to the side. So I was worried that this might not be pressurizable, and it looks like we have our answer. It is not pressurizable. So what we're gonna have to do is remove this cool little thing we had here, which is fine because our catwalk already fell down. We're gonna remove that and we're gonna replace it with, I might put some like gyros down here or something, I don't know. But up here, we're at least gonna put some catwalk, or some, not catwalks, but passages. Everything's looking good. So I sealed off basically the area where the non-pressurizable thing is. It's sealed off in there. I'm gonna put blocks up here as well. But for now, I don't have anything there because I need to weld up these guys. So And then over here, we have a cool little mud room, which is kind of awesome. I like it. All right, there we go. I've got like a little kind of opening thing here now. So it kind of blocks off what is right there, which means now let's get these welded up. 1, 2, well, let me weld up as much as I can, and then we'll come back with our blocks and see what we can do. So I need 4 of those. Let's hop on over here. And that should be everything for this stuff because I had too many things. Okay, so now this entire area should be pressurizable if I put a simple block right there. Put that in. Now let's see if it's pressurized. The answer is nay. Why not? What am I missing? Something. This stuff? Could be that. These dang, these blocks look so cool, but the fact that they're not pressurizable is a bit of a troll. If they only had a little bit of glass on this so that you could like use them and still see them, but they'd still be pressurizable, that would be very nice. But anyway, that's a straight one. That's a T-junction. Whoops. Okay, so now it should be pressurizable. Let's see. Nay. Why? Why not? Because this is pressurizable. This is not, though, for some reason. Oh, that's why. All right, with that sealed off, it should now be yes. Okay, so we're now pressurized. Awesome. We now have this entire area pressurized, although it's going to unpressurize if I remove that, which is fine. All we need to know, though, is that this area is pressurizable. So we're on our way. We're well on our way. The hard part is going to be pressurizing this area because we need to get the ceiling on and the side right there. But it can be done. Now, for this, I think what we might do is we might stick a door here. A single door. This is a single door down here, right? Yeah, we're using single doors pretty much everywhere. So I would probably stick a single door right here. So let's grab our doors so we can pressurize this. Because I like putting as many pressurization room areas as possible when I'm trying to pressurize something. So single door right there, single door right there. And that's going to kind of split this up into, you know, this room right there and then this whole room over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these both welded up. These don't take very many materials. There's one, and here's the other. So we now have our doors set up for this. And a little worried that this is going to be hard to pressurize right here, but maybe it won't be. Maybe it'll be fine. Because we're using big blocks right there. The side doesn't really have any openings. Okay, so it might be okay. What I need to do is get these blocks welded. I don't think I can get my welder in here, so what I might do is I might go weld these by hand, which is going to take a couple trips, but... oh, my voice, rip. It's going to take a couple trips, but we should be able to get it done pretty quickly because the thing's down here, which is kind of annoying. But what can you do? All right, I've got some cargo containers here now that should make this a lot easier. So we just need to right-click on these and go one by one, and it'll go quickish. All right, last couple of ones right here. This one, and then the one next to the staircase right there. And then we should be able to pressurize this room pretty easily. Okay. You, and get that guy. And we'll get these doors as well while we're here. Here's number 1 and number 2. All right, perfect. Okay, so with that, we have all the walls pressurized now. I guess I can get these guys. What are these? Air vents, and these are reinforced tubes. Okay. Might be able to get all these in one go, honestly. These are not that heavy stuff. Oh, maybe not. One more trip. Well, we need to put some stuff into production. All right, perfect. This room is starting to look actually pretty good. All right, just got a little bit of a roof on here now, and maybe I can weld these up too while I'm at it. Just welding things up. And perfect. Okay, so in fact, you know what? Paint them white as well to match. Right. So now this room should be pressurizable if I close these doors. So close you and close you, and then also close these doors up here. Close him and close him. We should now be pressurizable. Yes, okay. So that's not only pressurizing this room, by the way, that's pressurizing everything. So we're checking to make sure everything is pressurizable as we go. Okay, so at this point, the entire front of the ship is pressurizable, which is good. It'd be nice to have a window sticking out here so I can look at the outside, but the way I have it set up, it'd be tough to do. Unless I make these windows... Ooh, I could do that, actually. We have a Reaver invader coming in. Oh, no, we're being invaded. Okay, let me put some blocks up here before we do anything. Now, the invader, I think, was that small guy that attacked us last time, so we're probably not going to need to do anything except watch from a safe distance. Although it's coming at us from a weird angle. It might attack our stuff over there, or maybe even our museum. There he is. You can just barely see it, a little dot in the sky. Fire away. We've got those guys firing. That's pretty cool. Okay, this must be our ship weapons here. Oh man, he's strafing. Nice try, but you got a little bit too close to oh gosh, you got a little too close to the mountain there. Wow. All right, well that's that. Well, maybe that's not quite that. Let me go over there and destroy whatever they're shooting at. They tend to shoot weapons, I think, so he probably still has some weapons on board. Please don't friendly fire me. Ah! All right, I got friendly fired. Well, it's gone now, at least. All right, there's my body stuff lying underneath a big pile of scrap and ice. Okay, you can grab that. I'm gonna grab this ammo. Oh, okay, grab the ice as well. Not necessarily. Actually, you know what? I'll take the ice back. Why not? We don't need the scrap. The ice can go in my little jetpack refueler. All right, let's see how this looks with these windows, if I can get them built up. So I'm using some of these, I don't know, those shaped windows. We're gonna see how they look inside here. Let's go inside. Hey, I don't mind that. Let's turn our light on. We need some actual lights in here, don't we? I don't mind that at all, though. That's actually quite nice. You can see, you know, a lot of the stuff. I think that's actually pretty good. If I could get these to be half block, or maybe, you know what? Maybe I could even move them. If they were not there, that would be pretty good. Although I do need something there because I need this to come down to the bottom. Although I guess I could bring them down and then in, but then we'd have to remove our little speed module. That wouldn't be the worst thing. It would look better, definitely. Okay, there we go. There's our reworked one with bigger windows. I was able to get the vents to not be in the middle. We now have the connections going down on the sides, so we have left and right there, and then the vents are pretty much above these guys. So if I go in here and close that, that should now be pressurizable once I close you. Should pressurize. Yep, there we go. And now we have access to view the entire area over here, which I really like. I think it looks really cool. So yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I like it. All right, now that we have these areas looking really good and pressurized, let's go up top and we're gonna ruin our, oh no, maybe we're not because we have the airlock doors here. Let's close that. I was gonna say we're gonna lose some pressurization, but looks like it's fine. Close that again. Right, so what I wanna do now is I wanna go through and make sure we have a lot of the top on here. I wanna mainly get this top on right here. And why was I holding off on this top? I think it was because I didn't really know what I wanted to do with this side. But what I think we're gonna do is, let's get our normal color out here for topside stuff. And we're gonna at least do these blocks. So we'll have the roof on this guy. All right, let's go one more pass on this. Let's try and get as much of this stuff welded up as possible on the top. And then from there, I think probably next episode we'll do a big focus on the top stuff. So I don't know what we're gonna put up here yet, so comment below what you think we should put up there. So far I'm thinking building there, building there, building there, and building on the front. So that's 3 buildings, and then maybe some like bigger weapons kind of on the front or kind of on the side right here, I don't know. But let's grab our welder and get up there and weld. All right, we've got lots of stuff in here. It's more than this, it's almost more than this can probably carry. 6.5K. I think we've maybe gone up to 7K in this thing. 6.5 is actually usually how much we get, so should be fine. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna run over here and get the little thrusters that we added earlier in this episode. Oh my gosh, it seems like it's so long ago. Earlier in this episode we added these, so let's get these welded up. We should have everything we need for them, I hope. Yep, I see them turning on down there. Perfect. Okay, 12 of these on each side. It's quite a few. 4. Okay, there we go. There's all for this side. Now let's fly on over and get the ones from the other side as well. See, I feel like at some point we should make a dedicated landing pad for this guy instead of it just being the roof of our base. You guys remember at the start, I was planning for the ship to be roughly the size of the roof. Like, similar size at least. Did we run out of something? Yeah, we did. What did we run out of? We ran out of construction components. I'm baffled. Okay, that's fine. We'll come back with, well, let's get everything else and then we'll come back with construction components later and finish this off because we can do that by hand. Once all of these are mostly welded up. Okay, so with those welded up, mostly, we should now be able to even take off on this ship. I don't know. But let's hop up here and start doing a line of these guys. Now we're out. I've run out of stuff, but we got a lot of the top done. Look at that. So we pretty much need probably how much we just used. We need that much more to continue the top right here. But we've done most of the top. Off camera, I'll do a nickel run because we need to get a little bit of that before we can get more, whatchamacallits, metal grids. But once we have that going, I think we'll be pretty good. We actually got most of what we wanted to do in this episode. I was saying I wanted to enclose the top. I wanted to get most of the area pressurized. Or I was hoping to have everything pressurized, but we didn't get everything. Oh, okay, we landed on that and it caused a little bit of a ruckus, but it's fine as long as the ship isn't moving. Everything's good. But anyway, what does it look like from down in here now? Because a lot of this is enclosed. You'll see like a lot of this top part is enclosed. Yeah, it's actually getting very dark in here. So I need to do like a bit of a lighting pass. Next episode, we are going to work on the top stuff here. I'll probably get the rest of this welded up, maybe off camera, so that once we come back, it's all welded. Maybe all this stuff as well. Maybe I'll just try to get everything welded off camera because there's not much more left to weld in terms of what we have already. Still don't know why that's red, but you know what? There's not much I can do about that. But anyway, yeah, I think that was a pretty good episode. Getting everything in the front pressurized was a huge step, and I think even getting this front section looking a little better is very nice. We no longer have that thing going up being weird. It looks a lot nicer just like that. But anyway, that's going to be the end of this episode. If you guys liked it, please hit the like button. Put any comments and suggestions down below in the comments section for what you think we should have on the top and any other suggestions you might have. If you are not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. If you want to join the Discord, check out the link in the description for the Discord server. If you'd like to join the Patreon, there's a link in the description below. You'll get your name in the end credits as well as a couple other perks. And that is it. So I'll see you all in the next episode of Space Engineers Survival on Pertam.